Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I have a blush tag. So I've mentioned her before, but Ilinca here on YouTube is just one of my favorite people. She has been from day one so supportive of me and my channel, and she lives in the same area as me, and she's lovely, and she did this video and she tagged me, and so I just couldn't be more appreciative of her even thinking about me, and so I wanted to do it. Also, I love blush, you guys. This is my bin of blushes. It's so many blushes. And let's see, how many questions were there? So there's 14 questions. I'll try to go kind of quick. This was created by a couple of ladies. There is Dion Luvs Makeup. I'll link both these channels down below. And Audrey Michelle. And so both their channels I'll link below because that's who actually created this tag. But it was Ilinca, who I'll also put below, who tagged me. Okay, so you guys know I love blush, so let's get into it. My newest blush is actually one that I didn't purchase, that Merit sent to me. So this is the Flush Blush Cheek color, and I have it in Raspberry Beret. Just gorgeous. These are such a nice cream blush. Again, it's my newest, but I didn't purchase it. It was sent to me, but still, it's my newest, so I wanted to include it in here. I don't think I'll swatch them all because lots of these I've talked about before, but it's such a beautiful cream blush. I'll list all of the questions and the responses from me, as well as prices and shades and everything in the description box, but that is definitely my newest blush. My most expensive blush. Now this is gonna be the same as Ilinca's response, and it's this one from Lilah B. Now this is full size, you guys. I talked about this blush recently in a video. This is full size. They're so tiny, and this is the Be Sassy. Oh, the shade is Be Sassy, and it's the Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. And I got mine in a boxy pop-up sale, so I didn't pay the $59 that I know this is, but it's definitely my most expensive blush in my collection. Okay, my most colorful blush, I think, is gonna be this one from BareMinerals. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't really have colorful blushes because I like a mauve toned blush. So almost all of mine are mauve toned. But this is probably, now I didn't look at all my palettes, and I know when I watched Dion's video, she did. She pulled palettes in and I didn't. I just grabbed my basket of single blushes, but I certainly have, you know, if I was to include my palettes, there would be other options to choose from, and I know there are some that are more colorful, but I, like, not that this is colorful. So anyways, this is the Gen Nude Blonzer, Blush and Bronzer in Kiss of Copper. It's my deepest blush that I have, and I love the Kiss of Pink in this formula. Where is it? This is the original one that I got. This was back when they were limited edition, and you can see Kiss of Pink I've used a ton, but Kiss of Copper I am struggling to use it because it is so deep and so pigmented. So I would say out of all my single blushes, not that it's really colorful, but it's definitely the most pigmented blush in my collection. Okay, most underrated. I think probably I have two that I would include in that category, and I do think Ilinca talked about this one from Item Beauty. This is the Blushing Like Cheek Blush, and I have it in It's Verified. I absolutely love this blush. It doesn't feel like a cream blush. It feels just like a powder blush. But I don't hear people talking about this. And actually there's quite a few things from Item Beauty that I really love. I'm not familiar with, I think Addison Rae is the creator. I'm not really familiar with her. I feel like she's a couple generations behind me. But I've been loving the stuff she has created for her brand. I like the concealer, I like this. There was something else I really liked from the brand as well. There have been a few misses for me, but anyways, I feel like this is super underrated, especially because it's an influencer brand and quite a popular influencer, and I just see nobody talk about it, but it's quite a nice blush. And then I feel like this one from Morphe, which is pretty new to my collection, just a couple months old, and it's the Blush Balm, and I have it in Notoriously Neutral. This is gorgeous. so gorgeous. And I feel like Morphe has kind of fallen off a little bit. Like, used to be all the influencers talked about Morphe, and I hear nobody talk about this anymore. And so both of these I feel like are such good quality products. I don't hear anybody talk about them. Okay, so the next two questions are a nostalgic and a oldest. And for me, that's gonna be the same blush. So the oldest in my collection, no question, is this one from Smashbox. You can't get this anymore, and it's so old. Oh my goodness, nobody should use this product. This is the LA Lights, what does it say? Blendable up and cheek color. Anyways, it came with a little sponge on one side and the cream blush on the other. You guys, this was my blush that I wore every day for years. So it's my oldest, and it's my most nostalgic because Smashbox was one of the first high-end brands I ever tried. For a lot of years, I know I've talked about this a ton, but I just had like one thing. I had one foundation, I had one concealer, a blush, and a mascara, and I used this old unused toothbrush to brush up my brows. Honestly, for like the first 20 years of my makeup journey, that's what I did. It's real recent that I've got into makeup. And so this was one of the first brands I tried that was more on the high end. I didn't even shop Sephora. I didn't even know anything about Sephora until real recent. So I would get this at Shoppers, and I would use their foundation, and I would use this blush, and it was a big splurge for me. Like a huge splurge, right? Like I just had never spent that kind of money on makeup before. And so this holds a lot of memories for me because it was the first kind of high-end blush that I used. It was my introduction into more high-end makeup brands, and I wore it every day forever. Like, I just love this cream blush. I mean, it smells fine. Maybe I should do a video with my oldest makeup. I don't know if my skin would love that. So that's for both of those. That's my oldest and my most nostalgic. My most affordable, I think, is gonna be that Item Beauty one. I mean, other than some drugstore stuff, I do have some drugstore things in here, but I think I'll just keep this tag, all my Sephora stuff. Yeah, my most affordable one is gonna be, well, it's one of these. It's either the Item Beauty or the Morphe. Let's see, how much are each one? I think it's the Morphe one. That one's 18, and I think that Item Beauty is 20. Yeah, it's the Morphe one. These are $18. I absolutely love this. I think if you were to give it a try, you would really enjoy it as well. It's a beautiful cream blush. I'll show you again. I love it. It's so pretty, so easy to use. So that one is my most affordable. My everyday blush. Because I know there's a fave on here. My everyday blush, probably one that I reach for a ton that I don't talk about necessarily, is I have this little mini set from Rare Beauty. So I do have a full size. That's the full size, and these are the mini. And I have this little mini trio that I got last Christmas. And I love, first of all, this liquid blush formula, I love. But this shade in particular is Hope. If I'm just reaching for, I'm gonna show you this one actually, because this is so beautiful. If I'm just in here grabbing an everyday, easy to use, easy to blend blush in the perfect shade, it's either this one from Rare Beauty, or, you guys know, it's this one from Tower 28. Look at this thing, it's such a mess. This is the Beach Please in the shade Magic Hour. This is like my favorite blush, right? Like I love this. And I feel like these are very similar. I mean, all my blushes, to be honest, are pretty similar. So that's the Tower 28 and that's the Rare Beauty there. Both of these, if I am going just to grab an everyday blush that I love, it would be one of those two. Like they're easy. They blend well, they wear well, they feel good on my skin. Those are definitely the ones that I reach for every day, other than I do try to use stuff out of my Shop My Stash most days, and those are not currently in there. A blush memory. I don't know if I really have a memory with any of them. I probably don't have one with a memory other than that Smashbox one that I talked about I hate to include it in so many categories, but I mean, I do have a memory just of it being the first one that I kind of was exposed to, right? So probably that one is my memory one. One that is worth the hype. What would be my most hyped? Oh, I think people are talking quite a bit about these ones from Rose Inc. And I do think they're worth the hype. This is the lip and cheek color, and it's in heliotrope. I mean, you can see how much I've used. I love this blush. I absolutely think it's worth the hype. And I see this Rose Inc brand getting quite a bit of traction lately. And I think it's worth the hype. Also, it's refillable, which I love that, right? So you don't have to buy the whole thing. You could just buy another one to stick in there. It just it has little holes in the back that you can refill it. So yeah, I do think this one is worth the hype that it's getting right now. So the product that I think is not worth the hype, that is question number 11, is from M Cosmetics. It's these blush drops. They call it serum blush drop. I can't remember what they're called. I have the shade Rose Milk. You guys, I wanted this product for so long. I saw it in a Boxy pop-up sale. I grabbed it. I was so excited. I don't like these at all. I don't like the component. I can't ever get the blush to come out. Let's see if it will. Oh, it did. It's hit and miss. You just never know. These are like, it's like a serum. It disrupts my makeup underneath. It doesn't set down. I know lots of people love this product. I can't get it to work, and I'm pretty sad about it because it was a product that I really wanted to love, and it just doesn't work for me. It lifts my foundation. To be honest, like I'm almost every day wearing, I know lots of people say, well, do it on a no makeup day. I'm almost always still wearing some sort of foundation. I mean, I rarely just go in with a little bit of serum blush. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just not the way I do my makeup. It stays kind of greasy. I don't like it. I can't get it to work. I don't get it. I don't get why people love that product. Honestly, it's such a mystery to me. Fave from a fave brand. Fave, oh, you know what one I think is good? I really like Tarte. And I know Tarte used to be very popular, and now again, you don't hear people talk about them that much. Now this is just a mini, and it is the Breezy Cream Blush in Pink Sky. This is lovely. So I love Tarte as a brand. I love a ton of their stuff. I have a ton of their stuff, but this cream blush, beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. Also the cream bronzer, I love, it's gorgeous. Where can I put this? I'm running out of hand space. It's just the perfect blush. Like it's creamy, but it sets down. I love the shade. It blends out well. This mini size, I love. I think the mini blush you can get on Sephora, but I don't think the mini bronzer you can. I think you have to go to the Tarte site. So definitely a brand I love, and definitely a blush I love. My most used blush is gonna be this one from Tower 28, because this is actually my second. I have gone through, I totally used up one of these blushes, which out of all the blushes I have is rare for me to get through a blush. So yeah, this is definitely my most used, one of my top, if not my top blush. If I could only have one, it probably would be this one, although I have quite a few now that I love equally, but I definitely love this one. It's a beautiful cream blush. Absolutely love it. Okay, and then the last question is the most disappointing. Easy. It's this one. It's this one from Ciate London. It's the Dewy Blush. I just recently picked this up in a Boxy pop-up sale. No, I don't love this at all. It's in coconut. I'm kind of out of spaces to show you, but my issue with this blush is that it, again, it's like that M Cosmetics one. It just stays, so I put a little there so you could see, stays greasy, stays oily. I don't like that. I want it to set down a little bit. And that's totally a preference thing. And I get that with the M Cosmetics. Like that is still so slippy. If you don't mind that, this probably works great for you. Same with this Ciate one, right? Like if you don't mind your products not setting down, they're probably lovely. I mean, the shade is lovely. I love this coconut shade, but I will say when I do wear it, one, it doesn't set down, and two, it blends out very, very sheer, and I like kind of a more bold blush. If you're curious what I have on today, I do have this one from LYS, which is currently in my Shop My Stash, which I love. And talk about bang for your buck. Like, you would never get through that. Like, that is 10 years of cream blush for me because I need the smallest amount. So I went in first with that one, and then I topped it with this one from Clinique, which is also in my Shop My Stash. They're so cute. This is such a nice powder blush formula. This is the Cheek Pop, Blush Pop in Fig Pop. So I'll link those down below too. This one from LYS is Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and I have it in Self Love. And so that's actually what this combo is, what I have on my cheeks today. So yeah, so there you go, fun video talking about blush, which I love blush. I will link all these products down below. I don't have anyone to tag because Ilinca is the only person I know here on YouTube that I think would do a video if I tagged them in it. And of course, she's already done this video. So I'll leave her information and her video down below. We did pick up a couple for sure of the same things, but a couple differences as well. And the creators, I will link both of their channels down below as well. And thank them so much for creating. How fun. I love to talk about makeup. I love to answer questions. I love to rank things. I love to talk about blush. Blush is clearly one of my favorite things because I have a massive basket of blushes. So again, I'll link everything down below. I hope this was fun. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.